Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps that people like to listen to? And how do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is so very easy and simple. It is Anchor, y'all. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% and ridiculously easy to use. Most of all, it is free. And now, y'all, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad here. I use Anchor for my radio broadcast as another branch to advertise and promote my episodes of my show that stems right from YouTube. And what I like about Anchor is that it distributes all to many platforms, as well as it has an in-depth statistics to where you can see how your podcast is doing. That's cool, right? I love it. So if you always wanted to start your podcast and make money doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters who are already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. My name is Red, and I'm the host of the RH3 Show. I cannot wait to hear your podcast. Oh, most gracious and holy Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for today. Lord, we thank you for each and every one that is listening to me under the sound of my voice. Father, we thank you, Father, for today's broadcast. Lord, we thank you, Father, for the listeners of the RH3 Show family. Continue to bless them and their families. Meet their needs, oh God. Move by your spirit in their lives, Father. And we just thank you, Father, for safety and protection over them, over me as their host, as well as this whole entire broadcast platform and family. Lord, we lift your name on high. We glorify and magnify your name, because it is in Jesus' name that I pray. And it is in his name that you continue to raise up somebody somewhere to use their power, their ability, and most of all, their influence to help me, to help the listeners, and to help the RC Show brand. In Jesus' name that I pray. Amen, y'all. It is midweek. We still rocking it out and we still getting it. Y'all, come on. Let's get it.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna go, break the switch my old status, that's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know they own the inner restraint. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't? We are controlled by the flesh, independent and sway. Without a point of complaint, and being able to.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 Show. Welcome to another great day, another great hour here on the RH3 Show. Y'all, it's a jam-packed day on today. We got a lineup for you all, and we have a great show planned for you on today. We got some inside scoop of Red News where we're going to be discussing again, and I'm going to go in a little depth, Wendy Williams. We're going to speak on her and her situation of what's going on. We're going to talk about Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to be speaking on NBA, Young Boy. We're going to speak on him. We're going to talk about our Real Talk Thursdays on Facebook Live that, we got built up so far. And, that was planned by you all, by some of you all anyway. And I'll speak on that. We also got the most gracious, the incomparable Miss Nina Taylor during the Inside Scoop with Red. She's here to give her gospel news commentary. And so, y'all, she is our correspondent with gospel news and with her gospel news segment. So, we got that. And I got my snack here. And I'll be preparing that a little later on, getting it out for you all. Just enjoying a little snack time. Got some cookies. I love grandma cookies, y'all. I love it. I had to pull it out last night and put it to the side while I was prepping work and yeah. How y'all day been? But anyway, before I get into that, it is time for the Inside Scoop with Red. Alright, let's get it, y'all.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
That Let's Get It, y'all, sounded just like my my upline with the accessory business that I'm a part of. And speaking of that, you can do the same thing too. You can do the same thing that I am doing. Selling accessories and making some coins. Some of you guys could do it. Put a little money in your pocket and sling bling. And if you want to do that, or if you want to also shop what I have on my website, by all means do that. Go to Adore You by RH3 at night at Gmail. But that's my email though. But Adore You by RH3.com. That's ADOREURH and the number 3 .com. And so I'm looking for, people to join my team and also people to shop. To join my team for that, it is a cost is $99. You get, starting off, you get like a 35 pieces of jewelry and that you can sell and make your coins and make 45% from what you're selling. And then after you take your cut off, use the rest in the business, put it back into the business, and then buy jewelry off of that, and then sell that and just continue to do it in a repetitive format. Buy, sell, and repeat. Buy, sell the 55%, repeat, and continue to do that. And so that's what I'm doing, and it has done a great thing for me. But anyway, what's going on, y'all? I hope y'all have been doing great on today on this it's a dreary Wednesday, but I love it. Me personally, y'all, I love it. I love a good rainy day. And I love the rain. I hear. If y'all listen, and I don't want to put him out there because I just don't like his character. But Andrew Caldwell, I hear the rain, I feel the rain, I smell the rain. Dude, sit down. Y'all, that cat, he's hilarious, but he also can get on somebody's last nerve. Anyway, let's go on. Again, how have y'all Wednesday been? Mine has been chill. I worked at my regular job this morning, and then I said, you know what? I have to get off and go prepare for radio. Well, finish preparing because I prepared last night with my Facebook Live family, and so I'll speak on that in just a minute. And so, yeah, I did that, and then I came on air, right, speaking to y'all, and that was it. But after air yesterday, y'all, I do apologize. I do apologize for that half broadcast, meaning that a lot had went on yesterday, from yesterday morning till at least an hour until I went on air. A lot had went on because I had a lot to do. I was on a call. I was on I was on 2 calls, first of all. The first call was like a meeting. And so I ended up getting out of that call, that initial call, and got on another call with a friend of mine. And so I stayed on that. And by the time that second call came, it was been past time for me to get prepared for the broadcast. So I just did the first half on air, and then the second half was best of. And so I'm like, y'all, I need to get this thing under wraps, y'all. But hey, it is. It's under wraps and all is well. And so it was just busy yesterday, especially yesterday morning. It was just so busy yesterday. And after that, it's just like I was in not a sitting still moment, but I've been home all day after I got off of work, radio, and then, whatever. And so I prepared for my live broadcast, and that was about it, that was about it. And so yeah, that was about it. What else? That's all from yesterday. And I had got on Facebook Live and spoke to my Facebook Live radio family. And shout out to you all who came on there and I was about to say joined me on Facebook Live. Y'all, listen. Those individuals who was on there can attest to y'all that, hey, I get on there and I want to converse with you. Also, you all listeners, wherever y'all listening to me from, if y'all listening to me, they came they came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. But wherever y'all listening to me from, by all means, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I love saying that because one of my past guests said that, boy, that thing it wasn't funny, but I like it. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. Instagram. I love it. But yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as Snapchat at the RH, the number 3, SHOW. Yes, the RH3 show. And so, and speaking of yesterday's Facebook Live, shout out to them because they formed a new thing while I'm already, wait a minute, that Thursday at 8. Yeah, the Thursday at 8 could do because I'll go on live. I was about to say the Thursday at 8 won't do. In a way it will, in a way it won't, because I may have to change that time though. Let me see something real quick. I hope I initially said 9 o'clock.
I hope I did. Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'll let y'all know. I'm going through a schedule of mine. Hold on 1 second. Hold on just a second, y'all. Let me look at something really quick, and I'll let y'all know if that was initially. Guess what? No. Hot somebody. Well, I can do it at it'll be at 8. It'll be at 8. I'll just change that. Well, no, because that one, that Real Talk Real $5 bling that I was thinking about for you all was at 7:30, but it also pre-recorded, and so yeah, we'll work that out. We'll try to do the thing on that, but yeah, that's going to be pre-recorded, and so yeah. But anyway, 8 o'clock on Thursday. Meet me on Facebook Live, pronto on my page at therh3show.com. You can meet me there. All right, like they say, don't meet me there, beat me there. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Because yesterday, y'all, I came on, and it's nothing. It's nothing. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's nothing. It's nothing mandatory. It's just something, I just want to, chop it up. If y'all can't come, hey, whatever. It is what it is, people. If you can't come, guess what? You just can't come. And so, that's that. And, just to chop it up. And if sometimes you can show up, sometimes you can't. And it's not every Thursday that I'm going to do it. I'll just do it in a little, in a schedule, what have you. And so, yeah. All right. What else do we have on the docket? Portia Williams, of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She, let's see here. Is this, hold on 1 second. I may have to pull this news report right off gate, because I don't think that, hold on 1 second, because I don't want to mention it. I don't want to mention it. Well, anyway, I don't see anything. I don't see any reports, because I saw it all over, Anyway, I thought I saw something on, well, I did. No, I know what I did. I think it was Layla Lynn, her mouth on, YouTube. That's where I saw it from. She did a live video stating that, Portia was expecting. And so, I just took it and ran with it without even looking. And so, I don't know. But anyway, I would have said, you know what, nah, she can't do that. Not with that toxic dude that she was with or what have you. But moving on, I should have got my facts straight. I should have looked it up or whatever, because I was just looking and I don't see no official notice or no official news article about that. So, yeah, that's that. What else do we have? Wendy Williams. Y'all, there's not too much that I could, continue to say on it. Is that she, is battling her grave disease. And, y'all might be wondering, what is Graves' disease? Let me pull that up really quick and speak to y'all on that. It's not funny, and I'll tell y'all while I laughed, because let's go ahead and let's do the health minute introduction just for safety purposes, all right?
This segment of the RH3 show provides general information and discussions about health and related subjects. The information and other content provided during this segment or any linked materials on the RH3 show website are not intended and should not be construed as medical advice, nor is the information a substitute for professional medical expertise or treatment. If you or any other person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek professional medical treatment. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have heard on the broadcast or read on the RH3 Show website or any linked materials. If you think you may have a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency services immediately. The opinions and views expressed during this broadcast or on any future or past broadcast and on the website have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, health practice, or other institution.
Y'all, I don't have to, but to protect myself and others, anything I speak in regards to your health or my health or somebody else's health, I throw in that health minute disclaimer or what have you. But yeah, speaking on Graves' disease is an immune system disorder that results in overpopulation of thyroid hormones, hyperthyroidism. Although a number of disorders may result in hypothyroidism, Graves' disease is a common cause. Because thyroid, and this all according to Mayo Clinic, if I did not mention that, because thyroid hormones affect a number of different body symptoms, signs and symptoms associated with Graves' disease can be wide-ranging and significantly influence your overall well-being. Although Graves' disease may affect anyone, it's more common among women and before the age of 40. Symptoms is let's go back. The primary treatment and goal are to inhibit the overproduction of thyroid hormones and lessens the severity of symptoms. Common signs and symptoms of Graves' disease includes anxiety, irritability, a tremor of your hands and fingers, sensitivity, and increased perspiration or warm, moist skin, weight loss despite normal eating habits, enlarge of your thyroid gland, your goiter, changes in menstrual cycles, ladies, erectile dysfunction or reduced libido, frequent bowel movement, bulging eyes, that's called Graves' ophthalmopathy, fatigue, thick and red skin, usually on the shins and tops of the feet, rapid or irregular heartbeat, palpitations. And so, let's see here. And I know, and the reason why I read all of that is because y'all know that's what Wendy is dealing with. And so this time she says that she needs to take a break concerning her Graves' disease or whatever. But I've been knowing for, I don't know for how long, but I know it's been for a while, even before radio. Not before radio, but before television. She's dealt with her Graves' disease. with the bulging eyes and, everything else. And so, that part, I know, with the bulging eyes and when she talk, y'all, her eyes can look like they literally about to pop out of her head. But, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. That's the only thing that I've seen. And like I said, everybody with many health conditions or whatever have different symptoms. As long as I've been knowing about grave disease, that symptom, as well as, well, of course, everybody could have the other type of, symptoms or what have you. But only two major ones that I've seen that coincide or that goes with the grave disease is the bulging eyes and the swollen thyroid, the enlarged thyroid or what have you. But yeah, and me personally, I'm not gonna even speak ill will of her, but it looks like it could be the grave disease, or look like it be something else. That is all opinion. It's not a fact check. I'm just going by from visual and what I see or what have you. Yeah. And so, I feel that everything that's been going on with her, it's tough on her. It's really tough on her, being that she, has finalized her divorce. Now she's at home in quarantine, and I know that she is worried about Kevin. I know she is. As a fan of 18, 19 years of her, I know she's worried about Kevin. No, she is. I know she is. And so that's another worry. And another worry is that her mother and father, if I'm not mistaken, it's tough on her. And so I believe that's where the other thought, could be wrong with her come in, maybe maybe antidepressants, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going by, whatever. Her lack of sleep, use of alcohol. I mean, I've seen it all. But those are just theories or whatever. It's nothing true. But the reason why I'm saying all that, because, the love that I have for her, whatever. But, yeah, continue to keep her in your prayers, please do, because she's a fighter. And everybody may not like her, but I'm a fan. Everybody may not like her, whatever. And I'm not no yes man or whatever. Everything that she do is yes, Wendy. Yes, Wendy. Oh, I like this, Wendy. Or yeah, you right, Wendy. Da 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 da. Some stuff I said, no, she wrong for that. She dead wrong for that. She shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't have did this. She shouldn't have did that. I'm not that type of person. But, I still rock with her. And I still, whatever. And so just shout out to Wendy Williams for, all that she's doing, and continue to keep her in your prayers, please, if you will. I don't know why I copied that. Continue to keep her in your prayers, if you will. NBA Youngboy. It didn't take me a while, but I knew his face. I knew this dude's face, because I always see his face all over. But, it didn't click until yesterday to who this cat was. But, let's dial it back. NBA YoungBoy's girlfriend, Yaya Mayweather, allegedly stabbing victim is seen wearing a arm cast. And so let's dial it back. This is back at the first part of May, this report here. But NBA YoungBoy's girlfriend, never broke again. That's his name. Never broke again. YoungBoy's girlfriend, Yaya Mayweather, alleged stabbing victim, has just been seen for the first time since the incident, and the young woman is sporting a large cast on her right arm. In the video posted on her Instagram, LaPatra Jacobs Let's move on. LaPatra Jacobs can be seen wearing a large arm cast and stretches above her biceps all the way down to her fingers. It appears that the cast is the type where the arm is being kept in a specific place where the fingers are being held separated in a separate hand cast, signifying there could be damage to the hand too. Signifying there could be damage to the hand, and also signifying that woman should be going to jail. Listen. We both would be stabbing victims. Do y'all hear me? I mean, come on. Listen. And so, the young girl, interesting in the clip, Jacob is dancing to what appears in the bedroom to be an young NBA YoungBoy's song. As we reported, Jacobs is the mother of NBA's child, and the woman's altercation started after Yaya and she began arguing inside the rapper's home. Yaya was all the way out of place. And I heard about this story, y'all, but I did not. Excuse me, y'all, I'm opening my snack, and so I'll speak on that as well. What I talked about last night in regards to eating on air, and in regards to eating on air, and in regards to sharing a meal and snacks with people. But yeah, it appears that the woman wants the world to know how bad her injuries are in the incidents by playing NBA YoungBoy in the background. It seems to just be stirring the pot. That's probably what it was. And so I'm having a grandma cookie. All right, what y'all having for lunch? Converse with me on Facebook. Go to facebook.com now and post on the page and let me know what y'all having for lunch. All right. Speaking of some more about NBA YoungBoy, and then I also converse and let y'all, not really converse, but let y'all know why I'm speaking on NBA YoungBoy. Because somebody asked, and I had to give it to him. I had to explain it to him. You know, a week ago, a fan ran up on him, and I would have gotten angry too, as NBA YoungBoy did. A fan ran up on him, not taking charge or not doing the social distancing or what have you. Look, get up off of me. I wouldn't have told him that, but I would have said, oh, hold up, partner, back up. We still social distancing. Practice your social distancing, okay? I know this is new for everybody. And I know it look like, your elevator don't go to the top. But still, practice your social distancing. Back the heck up. Back up. Back up. I didn't use it. I didn't use the bad word, y'all. Trust me. But also what else? I think that's it. That's it, y'all. That's it for the Inside Scoop of Red News. Here is Nina Taylor with her gospel news. And yeah, I'm done with my snack because all of that is just too sweet. But more of the RH3 show is coming. RH3 show is coming up next. Here's Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. And we'll be back with today's Real Talk with the Red discussion. Alright. Oh, by the way, before I go, again, shout out to those who joined me on a Facebook Live last night. Again, join us again, Thursday at 8 p.m. Thursday at 8 p.m. on our Facebook page. Again, search the RH3 show. Follow us there. And we'll do that, alright? Alright? I love you all for real. I'll be back in a moment.
Hi everyone, I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your Gospel News. The Gospel News remembers Richard Penniman, often known as Little Richard. Heavily steeped in gospel music while growing up in Georgia, Little Richard began recording in the early 50s. He played jump blues, R&B, that owned a lot to his early inspirations. In 1955, Richard sent a demo tape to Specialty Records, which were impressed enough to sign him and arrange a session in New Orleans. With slightly cleaned up lyrics, he recorded the song Tutti Frutti and gave birth to Little Richard. He has always been known as. Little Richard's sound, the furious piano playing, the sax-driven and pedal-to-the-metal rhythm section, it was also his first hit. In 1956 and 57, Richard reeled off a string of classic hits: Long Tall Sally, Jenny Jenny, Keep a Rockin', Good Golly Miss Molly, and many more. Richard was at the height of his commercial and artistic career when suddenly he quit the business during an Australian tour in late 1957. He enrolled in Bible college in Alabama. Richard had actually been feeling the call for a while before his announcement, but it was a shock to both his fans and the music industry. By 1962, though Richard had returned to rock and roll, touring Britain, among the groups that supported him were the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and many others. Richard became a heavy drinker and recreational drug user in the 1970s, and his lifestyle began to catch up with him. He once again quit secular music and took up the call to preach, issuing a gospel album, God's Beautiful City, in 1979. For our children, Richard cut a gospel-accented song called Great Gosh Almighty with Billy Preston for the soundtrack to Down and Out in Beverly Hills. It was a success and prompted him to cut a full album for Warner Brothers. Richard contributed to a recording of Itsy Bitsy Spider to the album For Our Children, a benefit release from Disney's intended to raise funds for pediatric AIDS charities. Richard's track earned enough praise that Disney brought him in to cut a full album for children. In 1992, Shake It All About, that went platinum and became one of his biggest selling albums of his career. In 2013, in an interview with Rolling Stone, Richard announced he was once again retiring, and despite occasional public appearances, he rarely spoke to the media. In 2017, after the death of Chuck Berry, he spoke to the media then, calling Chuck Berry one of his best friends in music. On May 9, 2020, Little Richard died in Tullahoma, Tennessee, after struggling with bone cancer. He was 87 years old. New Jersey-based gospel singer, songwriter, choir director, and multi-instrumentalist Ty Tribbett formed the ensemble Ty Tribbett and Greater Anointing, or GA, in the late 90s. The group was asked to back country singer Faith Hill on her tour in 2000, resulting in a flurry of appearances and recording work with everyone from Will Smith, Usher, Mary Mary, Don Henley, Justin Timberlake, and Sting. Their first official recording, Let Go, Let God, appeared on DreamWorks' movie The Prince of Egypt in 1998. The live recordings Life and Victory Live followed in 2004 and 2006 on Columbia. In 2010, he released his first album, simply entitled Fresh. Now pursuing a solo career, he followed up in 2013 with a live offering, Greater Than. It proved to be a major success for Ty Tribbett, earning him 2 Grammy Awards, including Best Gospel Album in 2014. Over the next 3 years, he kept a busy touring schedule, ultimately culminating in the 2017 double album, The Bloody Wind, which featured live performances recorded the previous year at the Redemption Center in Greenville, South Carolina. Here's your Blazing Hot Praise Top 10 Gospel Songs. Number 10, Byron Cage, Oh How Good It Is. 9, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, This Week. 8, Charles Jenkins and Fellowship Chicago, Keep the Faith. Fred Hammond has number 7 with All Right. Number 6, Travis Green, Won't Let Go. The Clark Sisters, Victory at number 5. Number 4, Dietrich Haddon, Open Door Season. Number 3, Pastor Mike Jr., Big. Number 2, Kirk Franklin, Just For Me. And number 1 once again for 3 weeks, Jermaine Dolly and Miranda Curtis with Pull Us Through. Well, that's your Blazing Hot Praise Top 10 Gospel Songs, your tribute to Richard Penniman, and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
Facebook, Twitter, IGTV, Snapchat, and YouTube. If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. Don't talk about my ex of mine because I don't even know them. They've been expunged from my record. Come on. But yeah, I mean, my current may not like gifts, but the ex probably do. I hope y'all get an understanding of what I'm saying. But, express them admiration verbally or whatever. Don't let expressing it goes 2 days after, 2 days past. But like I said, expressing them, if they don't like, speaking or whatever and they don't feel loved by expressing them verbally, change that up. Express admiration with whatever. If you're married, again, we're talking about husband and wives. Okay, y'all get the picture. But if you don't like gifts, whatever, and he's a type of, sexual being, express admiration in the bed. Put that pillow behind the headboard and express admiration that way. Husband and wives. I need to eat a fry off of that one. Let's move on. We're grown, y'all. We're grown. As I say at the end of each broadcast, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. Join the RH3 Show family. For more about me or the broadcast, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
We are back. We are biggity back. But anyway, I ain't gonna speak on this too much. We're just gonna, do a few minutes of it, and we're gonna bust up out of here early, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here early. Let's go ahead, kick it. Let's go ahead. It is time for the Real Talk with Red discussion. I said what I said.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
It's the Real Talk with Red segment right here on the RH3 Show.
Yes, it's time for the Real Talk with Red discussion. This is where I give you all my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics. We also have grown folks discussion. And, we roll it out. And so, Today we're going to be continuing our discussion with the fellas. And again, y'all, I do apologize about yesterday because this was supposed to be on yesterday, and today was supposed to be something else totally different. But hey, life happens. Life happens. Things happen, and so yeah. Today we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be pushing and encouraging the fellas as well on how to keep or how to even maintain relationships with the people around them. Because a lot of folks, and you know, you may ask, well, Red, why do you speak on this? Or Red, why do you, you know, mention this about, you know, the relationships and how, or who we need to be around, or the relationships we need to keep. Why is because, or, you know, or better yet, to explain this part, Red, you know, you talk on this and you talk on that in regards to, you know, various relationships, you know, whatever, because society, don't care about some of us men anyway, especially as black men. And so, being that they don't care about us, and do not share things in regards to life and everything else with us, we got to do our own thing. We got to run our own games. We got not really run our own games, but we got to focus on other things. And so that's that. And if we don't teach it, let's come together and teach it ourselves. Let's come together and teach ourselves of what we have to do in regards to that. Sorry, y'all, this chair squeaking. Yeah, and so that's what I'm here for, you all. That's why I spend most of my time, even if it, you know, if it has to be reprimanding or you're not really reprimanding, but if it's like I'm being tough love, let's say that tough love to the fellas or whatever, it's because I care, and it's because somebody needs to show that they care to other, you know, black men. And I spoke on this a few years ago, but it re-aired either last week or this week. 21 things black men don't hear often or whatever. And it's either I love you, bro, as well as, you know, hey, everything will be all right. And so, that's what I do. I do show tough love, and I let those that don't know that it all gonna be all right. You know, it's all gonna be all right. And so that's what my focus is in regards to the fellas. The ladies is just to encourage you, you know, even more, because, there are some guys out here that, just, you know, just treat women like dogs. And so that's why I focus more so on speaking to the guys and letting them know, hey, fellas, this is the type of relationship, you know, this is the type of situation or the type of relationship that you need to really either, you know, for one, focus on, for one, and also, or how you need to deal with this type of relationship, or how you need to, you know, position yourself in this type of relationship, whether it be, you know, somebody from your family. Okay, this is how you handle this, or this is how you know, operate in this area or whatever. Because everybody has to be treated the same, but different, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's what I'm going to be talking on today. And it's all going to be coming from, myself. It's all going to be coming from the heart or whatever. And this is all authentic, meaning that, you know, hey, it is what it is. And so, how to deal with, or how to, deal with your surroundings, people in your family. Fellas, okay, let's start out with before you're married. Until, you know, your family comes first. And I always tell my sisters, especially my nieces and my nephews, is that, and we all have like first cousins, second cousins, third cousins, this, that, and the third. But I love them all. Let me say that. This is a disclaimer. So shout out to, and I'll give an example on that, but shout out to all of my family, members, whether it be first cousins, third cousins, fifth cousins, 20th cousins, or whatever. I love them all. But anybody that I have full precedence, to, or, have much care about, or really, I really put my all into, of course, my mother, my siblings, my nieces and my nephews, and my first cousins. Them are, out of my whole family on both sides. Again, like I said, I love them all. But from top all the way down to them, okay, it's a word that I'm thinking of. I just can't think of. I mean, I can't, really formulate right now. But I would love them all, but my main focus from the jump, or here it goes, the ones that I'm more so loyal to is them. After that, and I love everybody else, but I'll those people right there in those different groups and categories get first dibs or whatever, of my time, first dibs of my love, and everybody else get the same, I still love them all, but my main focus and my loyalty first is to them, those group. Why? Because they are even closer, and then, whatever. But, and I also will say this, fellas, there can be other people in your family that is an exception to the rule. I know with me it is. And I'll tell you a few of them, and I'm going to name them in just a few seconds. And whoever's listening, I do not care. But there are a few other family members that is like second, third, fourth, fifth cousins that I also am loyal to over everybody else. Why? It's because they are loyal to me. And that goes with, any relationship that you're dealing with. If you show loyalty to who I am, then I'm showing loyalty to you. And fellas, that is the main, if I don't say nothing else about this whole topic, your relationship with these people, one, if she don't stop, I got my phone right beside this mic, and it's 7 texts keep coming in, and so yeah. But I done lost my train of thought. But yeah, your loyalty, I'll say this, your loyalty needs to remain to, these people, and of course, other people gonna have more precedent over other ones, and there will be other people. I lost my train of thought, y'all. I can't keep going in a circle like this. Hold on. Let me sit here and think. Yeah, I thought about it. I had to sit here and think. It came to me. But, fellas, the main thing that, is the key factor to all these relationships is loyalty. Loyalty. And I am in the process, yes, I was about to say in the process of writing, but the writing is done. But I'm in the process of completing my book. I am going to have it out for Father's Day. It is what it is. I'm gonna have it out. And so it is called, I'll give y'all the title of it whenever it is in, pre-order. But, The main thing, the key factor, or the what's the word I'm thinking of? The common denominator in this whole factor here is loyalty. You have to be loyal to your family. You have to be loyal to your job, whether it's, working for somebody else or your entrepreneurship. You have to be loyal to community. You have to be loyal to your church family, and you have to be loyal to your lover. Have to be. And when that loyalty is a broad area. It's a broad area. It's a broad part of your life. Loyalty goes a very long way, and y'all, I might have to speak on the rest of these on tomorrow. But yes, loyalty. If you loyal to me, most certainly I'm gonna be a man of my word and be loyal to you. Whatever you need, I got it. Why? Because you stuck by me. And those cousins, even the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever, down the line cousin, or whatever, has been loyal to me. I know on my mother's side, one of my cousins, Sharon, I know Akita is a favorite of mine. Who else? The Chambers, 3. I love them dearly. Who else? Sharon's sister Crystal. She is my 3rd cousin. Most of them are some of my 3rd or 4th cousin. But yeah. And it's a few more. The Hall girls, Jessica and Joanne. It's a few more. A few more. And on my father's side, I just love them. Not all of them. I mean, I love them. I love everybody, but that came out wrong. That came out wrong. God knows that came out wrong. God knows that came out wrong. But I love them all. Shani and Ashanti, those are my heart and my dear. Taronda, Tamaya, all of those. I love those 2 girls. I love them. I love them and the mother. I love them. They've been, favorite of mine, growing up. As well, the Part T girls, Charlie and Misha and Monique and Tanya, all of them. Who else? The Kerr side of my family, Adra, Mikey, I love them all, and those are dear to me, and, find me being loyal to these people that I'm naming. Why? Because they're loyal to me. Ashley, Dominique, all of them. And so, not really all of them, but they know who. And so those are just, let me say this, those are just to name a few. And so, yeah. Let me take a quick break. Let me get my thoughts together, because I have not been looking at either my timestamp nor the clock. And so, my timestamp go on in front of me, and then the clock lets me know if it's almost, time to get off or what have you. And so I'll be back with more of the RH3 show. And yeah, it is a Real Talk of the Red discussion where we are talking about men and their relationships. Be back in a moment.
Want a free subscription to be a part of our live listening audience? Download one of the major podcast platforms: Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and more. And search The RH3 Show and subscribe. You'll get all new content as well as access to previously aired broadcasts to listen to, download, and to share to your contacts. We'd love for you to be a part of our family. Subscribe today.
The RH3 Show every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p to 7 p Eastern. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
We gave it a switch. Our lives were in darkness. They came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to. Talk like we used to. Call us with honor and he'll do it for you too. Yeah.
All right, you guys, it's time for us to roll up out of here. We don't have any more time left of the broadcast. Know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, to love God, love yourself and other people beyond words. For more about me or the RH3 Show, you can visit my website at therh3show.com. Today is Wednesday. So on tomorrow, join me here at the same time, at the same place, or whatever, however you got to me. And y'all, by the way, if you're not listening to me on radio, or if you, what have you, internet radio, I do apologize. I did not upload the podcast from yesterday. You know, the podcast is just the same. It's just the pre-recorded, radio broadcast segment. So anytime you missed the RH3 Show on air live, you can always go back to the podcast. And be a listener and just download it. Any major podcast platforms, Google Play Music, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker. I'll say this and then I'll go. This pastor, he, I love it when he say Spreaker. He just say Spreaker. And I'm like, what? Yes, y'all, podcast platforms, download in major podcast platforms, like I said, or you can search the RH3 Show on any of those platforms, or you could just, tell your home device, whether it be Google, Home, or the Amazon Echo, Amazon Alexa, whatever you call it, and just say, hey Google, or Alexa, or Echo, or whatever, play the RH3 Show podcast, and so it'll pull it, and so that's good. I love y'all for real. Know that. I hope y'all do. I'll see you all later. I be back on here on tomorrow at the same time, the same place, or what have you. And I'm also on Facebook Live with the Real Talk Thursdays at 8, and we're gonna do it in a time limit because I need to prepare for other, areas and avenues that I'm in. But anyway, I'm out of here. I love you for real. Always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and to love God, love yourself, and love other people beyond words. Know that the RH3 Show is striving to be a broadcast that shows real life with you all, real love, and we have real conversations. It's all real talk. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
The price that he paid for me gave to me my freedom, so I'm not in slavery. Christ made a way for me, grace me then paid for me. A way back to God through the life that he gave for
me. Peace, party people. See you later. 'Cause I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.